Welcome to 9 Star TV. Today we invite a very important guest. You can introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Kenneth Lee. I'm a 58-year-old male, obviously.
Yeah, today we're going to talk about one special case about Kenneth's special medical experiences. Maybe you can introduce what's your complaint before you came here this time.
Okay, I suffer from hepatitis B and have frequent bouts of gout. And my hepatitis flares up every now and then. Recently, at the beginning of May, my liver chemistry showed that my viral load was over 3,300,000 and my ALT was at over 200, about 221. And typically, Western medicine doesn't have a lot of treatment for this. And they were recommending that I go on antiviral medication. But because of my prior medical history, I'm taking other medication, and I didn't want to take additional medication because they told me that once I start taking this medication, I would have to take it for the rest of my life. I also had a very severe case of gout at the same time. And typically when I have a case of gout, Kaiser, my hospital recommends an anti-inflammatory drug, Indocin, and I have to take that for about 7 days, and then eventually the gout will go away. But this time around, I decided that I would go to Dr. Yang and have him treat me with acupuncture and herbal medicine. And I found that the treatment was very effective for me with no side effects, and the effects were much quicker and much more dramatic than I had previously ever seen before.
Okay. Actually, there's a hepatitis B case. I had it before. I've been working for the medical field for 20 more years, but I did have several cases of hepatitis B, hepatitis C. The viral count was very high, but not so high as yours. Mm-hmm. But no matter what the situation was, I couldn't lower down. So actually this time when you came here, I was not fully confident, but I know I must have new clue for the hepatitis. So I just try to find, based on the new clue, which is on the back side, and I also have the new techniques, not only the traditional needling technique, but also have the holographic needle techniques to work together, try to reverse your liver condition. After the first lab test up to the treatment, you said no change, right?
Oh, actually, after 1 month of treatment with you, my viral count went from 3.39 million to 750,000. So that was a dramatic drop.
Okay.
But my ALT, for some reason, went up to 351. But after the second month of treatment, my viral load went down to 714, which is lower than it's been in a very long time. And my ALT went down to 46. And then surprisingly, a week after that blood test, it went down to 35. And then a week after that, it went down to 26. Yeah. And I can't remember when it was that low. Okay. So I'd say that there's been some very dramatic results.
Yeah. Based on your medical record, I do make a chart to show the change of the data. So this is very, very significant, and also this gives me the confidence to work on the viral problems inside the liver. This is a very, very difficult case. I do have a friend in China. She had a very, very high, not so high as yours, but I give her the herbal medicine, change a little bit. Eventually she had to take the antivirus medication to control. she get a very very bad fatigue. After that, a little better. But of course, because I don't have the chance to give her the needling, so just give her the medication. So after your case, that give me more confidence to treat this kind of problems, because I know what's the fundamental cause of why her case I cannot reverse, why yours I can, because there is something beyond the organ. We said the liver problem shows the liver problem. If we only treat the liver, this may not be the fundamental solution. The fundamental solution is the root cause. The root cause maybe someone's related with a lifestyle, like drinking or sleeping late or stress or something. Seems like doesn't adapt to you. You don't have these factors, right?
Well, I did actually. In conjunction with your treatment, I started eating more vegetables and cut out meat.
Okay.
I stopped drinking altogether, which I should have done a long time ago. And I lost a little weight too.
Okay.
But I've never seen these kinds of dramatic results before.
Okay.
And I should also talk about the gout. The gout, which typically lasts for a full 7 days with the medication, after your treatment, went away completely in 5 days without any medicine. So that's another very dramatic result for me.
But the most current lab result, the creatinine was normal.
Yes.
In the normal range. And talking about the gout, there are many gout cases in my clinic, and one of them is not in my clinic, it's in China. I never seen him, the patient. He had a gout, he got an ER for 3 times. Each time stay in the hospital for a week to get an IV. But when I heard from a friend, her husband got a gout and stayed in the hospital several times, I said, okay, maybe if he liked to take some of the herbs, I can prescribe the herbs for him. Then she said, why not? So I made the prescription and WeChat to her, and she got the herbs from the market, and then he drank it. Within 3 days, the swelling and the pain, the majority of the pain was gone. After the whole week, everything became normal. Till right now, he was totally fine. So the gout case, also treat several cases in my clinic, combined with a needle and herbal medicine that's much faster, can relieve the pain, and the certain degrees is kind of an infection because it's swelling and red. And also this time you have some low fever, right?
Oh, that was actually the second bout of gout, where I had a fever-like feeling associated with the swelling and pain.
Okay.
This was a very severe bout, but now it's almost completely gone.
Okay. Later on I may show in the video to show his medical data and the report. So this is a very convincing evidence for the improvement working by acupuncture and herbal medicine. And even this, we get a very good result right now. Still, I will suggest you constantly do the exercises. Very, very important.
Yes.
And also another thing is similar. Your lifestyle, everything right now is very, very healthy, very relaxing, optimistic, and to do the regular exercises. Yeah. What regular exercises you do right now?
I do a lot of walking.
Walking.
Yeah.
And what else?
Well, I go to the Y and do some light weightlifting for tone. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Another you can do some stretchings.
Oh yeah, I do lots of your stretching, the Qigong stretching.
Qigong stretching. Yeah. That's the whole body stretching. So it's very, very important to maintain a good health. You have to pay attention to these parts. One is necessary medical services. Second is lifestyle, and including your sleeping your control your stress level and your diet, and means a healthy diet, like more vegetarian, but combination with another high protein food, natural food. I suggest everything is natural. Like I'm vegetarian for 18 years, but where comes the protein? Just from nuts. I like nuts.
I eat a lot of nuts too.
Okay, that's good. If you're, of course, it don't make you bored. You're boring with a certain type of food is not good for you. You can make the nuts in different types. Nuts with salad, nuts with the smoothie, nuts with soups, nuts cooked with vegetables. So all these different styles make you have a good appetite, good digestion, good absorption, and good health. Okay, and exercises is very, very important. But someone said, oh, I do a lot of exercises. I go to gym every day, I do walk every day. May not be complete, because if you're walking, just walk for the legs and a little bit lower back, you cannot change the structure. If it's the spine is this way, the protrusion, you cannot change that. So you do need the medical service. And after that, you need to maintain, do the stretching, turning, and I have a whole set, that Yuan Gong, have a whole set. If you do it every day, that kind of exercise for every part of the body, internally and externally. Okay, thank you so much for sharing your experiences.
Actually, can I tell your audience about how we first met?
Oh, sure.
I met Dr. Yang after I had an aortic dissection surgery. So I had this big scar. It's an open heart surgery, 9 hours, 20% survival rate. I survived it, but right after the surgery, I contracted what they call peripheral arterial disease, and I couldn't walk. I could walk maybe 20 feet, and then I couldn't walk anymore. And I went to Kaiser on many different occasions and went through many different tests, and they told me basically that I would have to live with this condition. That's when I sought out Dr. Yang to see if he might be able to do something for me about that. And the reason why I'm continuing to see Dr. Yang is because what he did for me was, from my perspective, miraculous. He looked at me and he put 5 needles into my head and he said, walk. And I walked, and that problem has never come back. So I would not be walking if it wasn't for Dr. Yang. So when my liver flared up again, I went to Dr. Yang so that I could seek some alternative treatment to the very strong toxic medicine that Kaiser wanted me to take. And I got to say, he's come through for me again.
Okay.
So thank you very much.
Thank you for this experience. Hold on, please. Let me introduce something for this one, because many patients or many friends, they said, oh, what are you doing? I can't believe you just put a needle on the head and make you walk. I don't believe that. What's the science? Actually, it is a science. It's a very, very advanced, especially my styles of the acupuncture is called a holographic needle technique. This is one of my findings or inventions for this technique. This is based on the hologram. So-called hologram, we know holography. That's a holographic, that's a 3D camera photography technique. This is similar, but it's used in a medical way. Also, very, very scientific. This is so state-of-the-art technique. That's why most people don't understand. It works very well. It's 100% safe. No any side effect. Just put on the scalp. But the scalp will have the holographic points corresponding to the whole body. Someone said, "Oh, every kind of problem you put the same point. It's not same point. Like move a little bit. This is the lower back. This move a little bit. This is thoracic. Move a little bit. This is the cervical. Move a little bit. This is the arm. This is the leg. Something. this holographic area. I do provide the classes in Nine-Star University. And also another technique is I can diagnose what kind of problem you may get or you are having, you suffered before by the spinal diagnosis. There's another technique called the spinal diagnosis. To feel the spine, make the diagnosis. It's very, very fundamental. So combine these together to work on the body, change the spinal structure, and we know the spine linked to the central nervous system, and the nerves connect to every organ, every part of the tissues, muscles, ligaments, bones, everything is related. So when the structure changes, the corresponding organ will change. This is how it works. But in the future, we'll introduce more about holographic needle and spinal diagnosis. Thank you for your watching. Have a great day.